let me just start by saying it's cold and I'm going to freeze my ass off out here. And because I just said that, this video will probably not end up being monetized. But I have a 2019? I don't know. Yes, I do. I have a 2019 John Cooper Works behind me, and what's great about this car is that this was owned by the famous Todd Pearson of White Roof Radio and MotoringStripes.com. So this is the guy who does all my vinyl. This car is actually a black JCW hardtop wrapped in matte blue, and if the matte blue looks familiar, it's because we used it on my race car at one point. But today, I'm taking it out for a drive just to show this sucker off. Now, a little bit about the car. It has the JCW Pro suspension. It has the JCW Pro exhaust. If you go inside the car, mind my mount there, it has the Dynamica interior, the nice high-end one. It has navigation, it has the illuminated dash. It has no sunroof, which is the way you want it. It has a manual transmission. It has my London fog from Starbucks. It has automatic climate control. It has everything, basically. This is a fully loaded John Cooper Works. And what's better about this car, it is for sale. And if you actually wanted to buy this one, it's about $35,000. That's a pretty good price for a used 16,000 mile JCW. And no, I'm not actually trying to sell the car here. I am just talking about it. But I'm going to get inside the car and we're going to go for a drive before I freeze my fingers off because they're getting very cold. Now the problem is I am freezing, so I have the heat up to 84 in here. I have the heat seaters on. I have the seat heaters on. I have the head-up display right here. I got my sport gauges. I got everything going right now. I am cold. The car is cold, but I'm trying to warm back up. So, you know how it is when your fingers get cold and you can't do anything. On top of that, apparently it's so cold the battery in my GoPro decided it didn't want to work. So, this test drive is turning more into a vlog, which is not what I intended, but we'll have fun with it anyway. And if anyone's wondering what to buy the MINIAC for Christmas, I am a size 2019 to 2022 JCW hardtop. Skip the 2020 model year, that was the one where it was just automatic. So, yeah. Alright, warming back up here. Now I think I can turn the heat back down. So it is still incredibly cold outside. It is 32 degrees today, so I should have really done this on the day when it was in the 60s. Would have been a lot better, but I will take what I can get. So, get myself in a position where I can actually drive the darn thing. Perfect. And off we go. You know me, I'm a little maniacal when it comes to JCW hardtops. But who isn't? Yeah, I like these. Now, funny thing, I have a Dynan on my car right now, so technically my Cooper S has more horsepower than this thing, but I'm not gonna let that spoil my fun today. And I don't know why I'm gonna get onto I-35. Getting onto I-35 is like driving down Thunder Road in Mad Max. And there's always a minivan getting in the way. And it's a 1999 Town & Country. I think those things should have been in the scrapyard by now. And here we go. And you know me, I love driving a Mini Cooper. You've seen every car that I could possibly drive, so this should be no exception. JCWs. I think they're a little bit more fun to drive. I like the torque. Lots of torque. 235 foot-pounds torque to be precise. Granted, it's not the 331 in the JCW Clubman and Countryman, but it's pretty good. Very good. Incredibly good. And I have navigation here. Not that I need it, but I have it. Kind of like it, though. Anyway, I am now getting roasted on these heated seats, so I'm going to turn that off. Funny thing about Mini Coopers is that they will heat you up and get you nice and toasty. A little too toasty. Sometimes a little too toasty. And I just got passed by a Toyota going 90 in a Yaris. How? I didn't think a Yaris had that much horsepower. It has about 100 horsepower. I like the JCW seats because the bolsters on the sides are up higher, so holds you in a little bit more going around corners. And JCWs love corners, so that's kind of a big deal. And here we go, Miriam Loop. Yes, I know, I do the Miriam Loop all the time, but I have a lot more fun doing it this way. I am going about 50 miles per hour through this loop. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Holy crap. I probably should have tightened my seatbelt a little bit more. There we go. All right then. That was fun. Want to do it again? Assuming this pickup truck doesn't get in front of me, we're going to do it again. Ah, fudge! Pickup truck's getting in front of me, so we're going to be doing it again. Going back around. I don't like when cars get in front of me when I'm trying to do this stuff. I really don't. Here we go. We're going to go back around. I love this. And it's nice and comfy, so I can drive as long as I want. This thing must have a decatted downpipe because those are a lot of pops. A lot more than mine. What's funny is I've never driven, I take that back, I was going to say I've never driven a JCW with the Pro suspension, but that's a lie. I've driven quite a few of them. But I like the Pro suspension in these cars because it feels very planted and stable and just overall fun to drive. And that is the worst place for a car to stop, is right on this ramp. But there is one. Fun. I really do like this car. And the JCW brakes. I miss JCW brakes. Things like stop on a dime. Woohoo! All right. Whew. That was fun. Let's do that again. Whew. Actually, let's not do that again. Because they're selling this car and I better get it back to the dealership before I decide to buy it. 35 grand. No sunroof. I could buy it. If I had the money, I could buy it. I want to buy it, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah. I mean, it is close to Christmas. I could. This would be a really, really expensive Christmas present to myself, and I've only had my current Mini for about not quite 2 years yet. So that'd be pushing it. And I know that my parents would probably kill me for doing something like that. That would be a stupid financial decision right now. I want to, though. But I really do like this car. It is a lot of fun. It has the Harman Kardon sound system. It has 16,900... Well, it had 16,900 something miles. It has 6 more. So... it has more mileage now. But it is incredibly fun to drive. So I want the car. I really do. I really do want this car. Very, very nice. I really do like this car. This is a great car. And 35 grand. That's very close to what this car was probably when it was new, and given the current car prices right now, that doesn't seem unreasonable. But I like the red trimmed interior. If I took the vinyl off and made it black again, I could really have a really sleek looking JCW here. Nope, we're not gonna go that way. And it looks like I have a Google car in front of me. You're probably going to see this car on Google at some point. You never know. Google Maps. This is just... I know I'm rambling here, but this is just a really, really, really good car. It's a really fun car. JCWs are always fun. This is the right spec, too. No sunroof. You don't need a sunroof. Manual transmission. Dynamica interior. The only way that you should buy a JCW. I know I've said before it was the only way to buy a JCW, and someone thought I meant that was the only way you could get one. But no, this is the only way you should buy a JCW is in this configuration. Anything less would be uncivilized. And you don't want to do that. Actually, it's not a Google car, it's a TomTom car. No, you want the best, and this is the best. This is the best JCW hardtop you could buy right now on the used car market. This is the best. And, ooh, I like it. Even has the illuminated dash, like I mentioned earlier, with the British flag theme, the Union Jack theme, Union flag theme, whatever you want to call it. I love it. And I like the head-up display. The thing about the head-up display that I really like is I can put my speed up there and never look down. So I constantly have my eyes on the road and my speed right there in front of me, so I'm constantly looking where I need to look and don't have to look down ever. So that is a bonus. Now, not every JCW has that. And in fact, if you have the digital dash, you kind of don't need it. At that point, it kind of gets a little redundant because you can kind of glance just a little bit at the digital dash and it's big enough and bright enough and bold enough that you can see it just fine, and you don't actually have to really look ahead to see it. Or you can look ahead and you can still see what your speed is because it's a big number. But I mean, this is just great. Now, I am right behind the TomTom car, so that is kind of funny. I'm just gonna follow it. I'm just gonna follow the TomTom car, and you could probably see it in the other camera, but I'm just gonna follow it. They're a little far away from New Hampshire, aren't they? Maybe they're gonna map the barren parking lot. That'd be kind of funny. I bet they're going to. They are driving straight. They're gonna map the barren parking lot. I want this car. I love how this car feels. I love how it sounds. Oh, I want this car. And there you have it. I hope you had as much fun riding with me as I did, because I had a lot of fun. And this is just such a good looking car. Now, I did mention there was a 9th edition right here, and there it is. And it has a manual, and it has a sunroof, and it's a pretty car, and I have no freaking clue what they're selling for, but it has 20,000 miles on it. So there are 2 JCWs out there in Mini right now for sale. Nice. But this is the one to have. This is just a fantastic car. It has the Pro splitters on it. This is just a fantastic car. And the vinyl was done by Todd Pearson of MotoringStripes.com and White Roof Radio fame. So you could have a very famous car. I mean, you could buy the MINIAC's car if you really wanted to at some point, and then you'd have another famous car. But this is another famous car too, so I would encourage you to look into buying this one if anyone out there wants it. And you might need to buy it before I do, because knowing my track record on Mini Coopers, you could probably buy it pretty soon. And I really do mean that. I mean, after all, life is too short to drive a boring car. So drive a Mini. I'll see you all later.